What is up YouTube, and welcome to this Suicide Squad video where I will be discussing the top 5 things I noticed while watching the original Suicide Squad movie again to get myself ready for The Suicide Squad coming out in the UK this Friday and like August sometime for HBO Max. I'll also be watching the most underrated comic book movie of all time, The Emancipation of Harley Quinn, or heck, I'm not saying the whole thing, it's just Harley Quinn and Birds of Prey. As a bonus, 2 things that I noticed that were really weird in this movie is that the movie opens with Harley Quinn and Deadshot, but weirdly cuts to Amanda Waller talking about the people she is going to recruit for Task Force X. Now, it's really jarring as while both actors are the most famous in the movie, arguably, it's just bizarre that they literally have these characters cut to the proper intro of the movie and then introduce the characters again for the casual audience. Another one is how bizarre it is in Deadshot's flashback scene is that, well, Deadshot famously has a mask, but while he's doing the actual crime, he doesn't wear it and only puts it on to escape. No wonder what Batman knew exactly what it looks like. What a dolt. Let's call him Dolt Shot, or not. Now, at number 1, we have a very neat foreshadowing and insight into just how much Amanda Waller really does see and hear everything. Now, Ike Barinholtz plays the awful human being Griggs, who abuses the inmates and is just generally nasty. But hey, one of them killed Robin, and Deadshot is a serial killer who takes credit cards, so it's a bit hard to feel sorry for them. But when Deadshot is showing off his skills in the yard, he confronts Griggs, who he said in the earlier part of the movie he's going to find a way to kill him, and he has a potentially loaded weapon. Now, Waller eggs on Floyd to shoot Griggs. Now, this could be because he is a massive D-bag, but as we know, he was in a lot of gambling debt. This is something no doubt Waller knew, leading the Joker to buy his debt and force him to work as an inside man in his organisation. Now, I expect that she urged Floyd to do it just because she knew that he was a turncoat all along, but that didn't stop her stopping the Joker. But then again, there's like a whole subplot with the Joker. There's a whole lot more Joker missing than it is on the cutting room floor. So yeah, it's a weird one. Now at number 2, we have something which really blew my mind when I noticed it, and that is during the scene when Joker tortures Harley, we see a man with a maniacal smile. Of course, that makes sense. Arkham Asylum is a place for the criminally insane. However, a similar man pops up at the end of Justice League and also the Snyder Cut version, the superior one, that, well, the Snyderverse isn't being restored because I'm so tired. They look incredibly similar despite being different actors, I presume, but I like to think they are the same person, someone just following in the Joker's wake to stay safe. And it is insane to me that we did not get a side story or anything showing Deathstroke actually taking this guy, placing him in Lex Luthor's cell. Man, Joe Magliano, I don't know how to say his name, was just perfect as Deathstroke. Please WB, just for God's sake, restore the Snyderverse. At number 3, Amanda Waller set up Task Force X in the wake of not only Man of Steel with its devastation of Smallville and Metropolis, and if you're complaining about that movie having so much damage, have you seen Age of Ultron? With the flip side being shown in BVS, but also after the madness of BVS itself, Task Force X they were heavily needed. Quite rightly, the government was scared and not ready at all for the metahumans and mega kryptonites. She says how she set this up to take out people like Superman or even the next Superman. Now, this is cool as, of course, Will Smith would not return for James Gunn's The Suicide Squad, and it seems he has been replaced by Idris Elba, who is quite notably playing Bloodsport. We know from the comics that Bloodsport shot Superman with the kryptonite bullet coming close to ending him. The DCEU version was confirmed to have done the same in a trailer, which is why he's in prison, with Waller saying how he put Superman in the ICU. He is a tricky individual. It's hilarious how people got angry at this despite it being in the damn comics. So yes, she literally did get someone who could take out quite literally the next Superman. Now at number 4, this is just 2 little small ones here. We have Harley's cocktail when she's at the bar. Everyone's feeling defeated. She has a blue and red cocktail, just like her outfit in the movie. And at number 5, we have Killer Croc being introduced in a Hannibal Lecter style trolley gurney thing, which was pretty funny, and he has the same mask as they both like human flesh. Now, honourable mentions go to Enchantress, whose plot using the mother box was cut, but her wanting to end all life and using a machine to do so is very much like the Unity at the end of Justice League, and her wanting to use the nuclear codes is referenced in the mother box vision in the Snyder Cut when, boy howdy, Cyborg got some respect. I have never been much of a fan of Cyborg. I get why people like him, but I really do think that he changed my mind here heavily with the scene seeing the nukes actually launched. It makes sense as Suicide Squad was supposed to be connected heavily, but WB got in the way as frickin' usual. But that is it for this video. I'd love to hear what you have thought if you've watched it again. I'm not going to have time to do a Emancipation of Harley Quinn and the biggest title ever video, as I have American Horror Stories tomorrow and I'm seeing the movie on Friday, and I'll hopefully have a video out on Saturday for you. But I'll see you soon and goodbye.